Stream, it's been too
No
long, Stream,
stream.
really. You gotta
Truly,
stop meeting like this, Stream.
it's getting a little weird now, right?
Gotta give him the egg.
Are we
To be
wearing out
fair,
our
when does it not get
welcome?
weird?
That's a good point. I mean, we've been
We
here
had a
for a good
welcome.
hot minute.
We've been here for years. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
It's okay, I forgive
I don't. I almost fell off my bed.
That sounds like a you problem.
All right.
It would have been. It would have been a no D&D from me problem.
Sounds like a you problem.
Who wants to do our
Right,
lovely
Nova?
recap?
Sounds like a wolf problem. I gotta steal back my inspiration. Don't worry about that. uh, God, it's been 2 weeks, hasn't it? I can't fully remember exactly what happened at the beginning of session. If there was much that happened, I think it was really just kind of a continuation of the session before, with the everyone in their own separate area before everyone obviously arriving for the vigil. We had a few participants, willing participants, a part of this circle. I believe we had Dahlia, we had Noct, and we had Booker, of course, part of that group. And then the observers from a distance, Aaron, Val, and Arianna. Did Arianna partake in the vigil, or was she off also watching? I think it was off also watching, but I actually can't
Ariana was a
remember.
part of it, I believe.
Ah, okay, my bad.
I
She was
think.
Arianna
a
was
I don't
also
know.
unwilling
part
part of it. She was kind of on the one of the outer edges of it.
Okay, so
Very
semi
much an
participating.
unwilling participation, morbid curiosity.
Ah, okay. So we had our split group of participants, willing and or not willing, and then the unwilling not willing participants words. Things got interesting. There was a lot of stuff going on there that was kind of a little bit off-putting. Everyone at some point, I believe, had to make a wisdom saving throw, and I believe the only two people that did and would have saved would have been Dahlia and Ramiel, but I believe Dahlia opted to fail. Into which everyone besides Ramiel have now been affected with a kind of peaceful aura, or like a suppression of. I don't know if suppression is the right word, but a kind of like unable to feel any other emotion besides calm. At that point, in which we were very lovingly greeted by a Voidborn group of individuals with a captain. Don't say anything. Rourke?
Oh,
Was that correct? Is that the correct word?
no.
No. What was the? Sorry, pronounce it again for me.
Rourke. There's two R's.
Rourke.
Rourke.
We'll see if I remember that.
It's just York with an R.
Like a roaring orc.
Rourke. I got there. To which I believe there was a lot of what felt like relationship tension between her and our lovely captain, Captain Zara. Aquamarine has decided to. Aquamarine? Yes, Aquamarine decided to also make an appearance to be the strong galactic hero that they are, not affected by the same calmness that Dahlia was, if I remember correctly. If anyone wants to correct me on that, I don't think Aquamarine is
No,
feeling the same.
that's right.
Okay, cool. That's what I just I felt like that was a cool and interesting detail to point out. But I do believe a lot of the conversation was more led by Captain Zara and Aquamarine, with Arianna about to approach with curiosity. And then still a group of individuals kind of standing towards the back, Booker hiding of also interesting. I believe that's really it, unless there's something else. I do believe that the Voidborn kind of started just kind of what felt like pillaging and scaring off everyone else too. But I believe that was it, and I'm going to take my inspiration.
Great.
Okay. So, as we funnel in here, can we stop doing that? Doing the whole thing? ADHD friends in here. I'm gonna change the screen, I promise. But yeah, as we continue in here, we did kind of leave off with Aquamarine and Rourke having a little kind of face down as her men had unnecessarily to some people, very necessary to her, enter into the quiet ring and begin going through all of their things.
Yes, the point that I had stood on was that Aquamarine has stowed her staff and spear, drawing forth a large two-handed sort of hanging lantern pokey stick thing, and is just making a big show of watching everyone, all of the pirates as they scatter about. And I was saying that if she notices anyone like pushing anyone around or breaking shit or taking things, that Aquamarine will go up to them and for admonishment and correction.
Of course. Okay, so we will go ahead and we'll adjust accordingly. But here is, I don't want that, the map. Just a little visual for everyone. A little more time, I would have made the map myself. This will work for now. Does it seem generally correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as we can all understand that it is Aquamarine and not Dahlia, then
Yeah, I mean we can
Yeah.
for sure.
we can actually
I don't have a separate character sheet, so I know there's not a separate token to drop.
we can do that for now. Just so that it is known.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Let me run back here. Run. So we are kind of in this like tense kind of standoff situation. The very last things that we were kind of leaving off with was Arianna, if you wanted to say something, there's nothing stopping you. You guys actively know that her people are looking for something. They actively know that a signal was sent from, well, they don't, I mean, one can assume it came from the ship, but they just know that they traced the signal back and it led them to here, which is why they're open to believing that there's something of worth that is here on this arc. So if you guys, I mean, the floor is your guys's at this point.
Uh,
For Rourke, she's just waiting now at this point for her people to find whatever it is that may be of significance, of worth to them.
I mean, if there's at least a way to approach her, Ariana would do so before speaking.
I mean, there's not there's not a wrong way. Like if you were to try to make your way up through these individuals, they'd let you pass. They'd probably draw weapons at that point, but they wouldn't attack you or anything.
I mean, the more shocking thing is when they do that, Ariana just would probably barely react.
Okay. They're gonna go up to Rourke.
Yeah. Captain Rourke, I think it was.
Yep. She's just kind of gonna give you like a sidelong glance. A little like finger on the trigger, but not necessarily pointing it at her gun at anyone.
What exactly do you know what you're looking for here at all?
That depends on if you have any information on it.
I don't know what you're looking for. I can't give you any information now, can I? Just like my own search for information.
We're looking for a very well, some kind of relic. There's a few here that are from not sure if you heard of them. The Concord. They got all kinds of stuff. And they're always dishing them out. But in the way that usually comes with a price. So if you had your hands on one and you were here, where would you put it?
Depends on what this kind of tech normally does.
Well, they can do all kinds of things. They could run this entire place, keep it afloat in orbit. But they can do even crazier things, control time and space itself. Now, what these individuals have a capability of finding themselves with something like this in their hands? Probably not. But something that could power an entire establishment, that would go for a pretty penny. I think you could agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an equal opportunist on that sort of thing. Although most of my recent payment has been information more than money.
What kind of information?
A question that, well, from what I've learned so far, only someone in the Voidborn Syndicate can answer.
Where would you learn a name like that?
A few bits and bobs here and there, but most of it spawned after, well, the death of my parents.
And that has something to do with the Echo Blades.
You would be, well, correct in me wondering who they are.
Yeah, they're a bunch of ghosts with knives. Not really my crowd. But if they wanted your parents dead or had anything to do with that, they were probably already dead the moment they were marked. So, not
I'm
exactly
mostly
people you
looking
want
for
to cross.
information. Well, they didn't really So, from what I've gained, they work usually in a pair, but 4 people attacked. Well, took my wing and my parents.
So they left you alive. That's not really mercy. That's a message.
Yeah, that much I'd gathered, which doesn't seem to, well, line up with them.
No, not at all. The question you should be asking is who they'd be leaving a message for, because if you don't know who they are and or what they want, then you're going to be left with even more questions than anyone can answer. They don't speak to anybody else but themselves, and they're not exactly the most cordial in any kind of meeting. So
Keep in mind, just for context, also got Ariana doesn't really hide her pendant necklace. Like she's just got it on. It's just part of her usual attire at this point.
I mean,
So
that's
she doesn't
fair.
even think anything about it.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair.
I mean, do you know anyone that could get me any information on that at all?
I might. But what would you have to return if I were to exchange this kind of information?
Well, I mean, so far I have been, well, more or less raised to kill people. And we did happen upon a really weird, probably Concord type place a while back. Very strange building. I did not enjoy it there.
You were in a Concord building.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to visit there. It wasn't a great time, unless you think you can have better purchase than we did with whatever the hell was lurking in there.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I know. You help us find whatever's here, and you give us the coordinates back to wherever that Concord place is. Well, I'll give you everything I've got at that point. I feel like you've earned it.
Fair enough, I suppose. Not been here long, so I'm not really acutely familiar with the location.
Well, if you know who's in charge around here, make sure you can find out what it might be.
Well, that much I'd know. Whatever potentially saves the most time and innocent people.
Fair
And,
enough.
well, gets me what I need. And then Ariana will be heading off to go talk to the, well, main guy in charge that they met upon landing.
Okay. So, judging by the landscape here, there's quite a few of these enforcers here that are around this particular area. Not depicted, but it's safe to assume that there, regardless of how many people had basically taken off at this point of them landing, there's arguably still a good group of people over here that are just kind of huddled together and trying not to make any noise or any sudden movements. Um, when your fight or flight or freeze tends to kick in, um, most of these individuals don't have the fight in them. Uh, Kind of going over how much you guys have learned since being here, the idea of any kind of defense is like a last resort for them. They're not exactly equipped for this kind of assault. Um, but as far as the skirmishers go, they may have weapons drawn at this point as tensions are slowly building. Um, that no one is here like just aiming to shoot. There's a few of them that look a little bored, but as far as their makeup, they're all brute. There is just a few of them are kind of itching to start something, but none of them have spoken. Um, there doesn't seem to be any kind of active antagonization from them quite yet. Uh, Zara is you can every so often you would see her casually like be talking into her comms bracelet, kind of in a hushed tone. Um it was the AC. And it seems like she is more than likely probably in talks with either of the other officers who are not here currently with you guys. As we've heard before, or seen, some of us have seen actually. Nyx is still holding a very aerial view of the situation. Um, Echo and Starfinder are back at the ship trying to make some secondary fail saves for the crew, um, as well as kind of tracking the situation here. To what depth are these guys willing to go, and also are they trying to do anything else to impede this civilization in a crippling manner? So, Gizmo's actively working on prep for the ship to launch as soon as possible. We don't want to stay here any longer than we have to. um, if you guys wanted to roll kind of insight on Zara herself as she's talking to someone, you can. To kind of gauge where she's at during this encounter. Ironjaw is actively sizing up all of these skirmishers. He does not give a fuck. He is willing to blast some people away if he has a chance. Anything to give us a chance to get the fuck out of here.
And then Arianna just went off on a mission.
Yeah, Arianna just took off to go see if they can't find some answers.
And her weapon is still
Instead of insight
still
on
holstered.
Zara, would
Mhm.
I be able to maybe like help Ironjaw? Like if I give a pretense that I'm scrutinizing Zara while I'm near Ironjaw, could I just sort of under my breath be communicating to him as I'm keeping an eye on folks, tell them what I've observed while watching to make sure they didn't cause any trouble in his what mysterious experience with violence, and we can combine to put our heads together.
Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And can I just do a perception just to? I'm not. My brothers seem to have Zara down. I just want to be ready for things that go down. So mainly watching around me, awareness of the people, the
Yeah,
her crew, and not just her.
I would agree also with Val and the looking at more so the people that's near us rather than the people walking away. Or Captain Zara.
Assuming whatever I'm doing is also an insight check, it's a 21.
Okay.
Damn.
I got an 18.
And I got a 17 for insight.
Okay, so just to clarify, Aquamarine, you are aiding Ironjaw in whatever kind of tactics we can try to supersede should anything go awry. As well as for everyone else who has rolled, you guys are inciting our captain. Is that correct?
That is correct. At least for me. Not everybody answer at once, bro.
Well, I was, I mean, I thought I was letting Noct make
I
their
was more so talking to them, but
no, because I was just gonna point out. I think that Wolf or Val and Ramiel are more so, if possible, an insight or perception, whichever one you feel, God, but more so towards the crew that's near us. I haven't rolled yet, just because I wanted to see if that's okay.
To incite them? Yeah, sure.
22 for the
Okay.
nearby crew.
Yeah, for the
Only a
nearby
19 on my
crew,
end.
for the most part, they are pretty laser focused on the surroundings where you guys are. Not necessarily like you specific, but more so just the surrounding areas, kind of keeping watch. They're not exactly itching to shoot anyone, but just keeping an eye out.
Thank you, thank you. I'll let you tell everyone else their stuff.
Okay, for those of you who are uh, looking toward the Captain Zara, she is a little nervous. There are a few things, not necessarily intimidated by Rourke or anything like that, or even by all of these men. More about whatever her conversation is that she's having with whoever's on the ship. Something is not exactly running the way that she had anticipated. So she is currently um kind of, you'll see her eyes kind of dart around to each of the individuals that are out here, um trying keeping an eye on Arianna as they're walking away, to see how far they're able to get before anybody tries anything, because in her head she's kind of reading everything a little calculated. They're almost like she feels like there may be something that these guys are willing to try if they don't get what they want, and they will not hesitate to do so. So, as people are moving and mobilizing, there are a few things that seem odd just on the surface. So a few men here begin to kind of reorient themselves, um and they all begin to slowly start moving about the area. They look kind of like they're looking for something, not necessarily like something on the ground, but something within the area that might be of worth, because at this point they probably would have seen the crystal shard. That's not my laser pointer. The crystal shard It's probably over here actually. Um, and so they're probably looking for ways to either, because destroying these are going to be extremely difficult as they are solid stone, but you know, trying to build out a play to get the crystal without having to destroy anything. So see if there's anything else of worth that these silly people keep out in the open.
We don't like that. Aquamarine had a pretty firm stance about taking things that don't belong to them.
Yeah, that's true. They don't like. Where did we go?
Although
Yeah.
Aquamarine and Dahlia are a plurality, as individuals, they both use she, her pronouns, everybody.
Okay.
You're
Beautiful.
I was like, that's what I figured, but I didn't want to assume.
If Ramiel decides to start kind of like backing up a little bit, does that cause attention?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
It depends on. I mean, it depends on where you're going. I mean, if you're just leaving, yeah, one of them's gonna keep their eye on you. But if you're just moving, they're not necessarily going to like harass you.
Yeah, I meant more so like if he just started kind of like, in a sense, wanting to casually walk away. He's like not trying to make a big stink of it or like obviously not try to like interact much with everything else, but he's definitely kind of motioning like, okay, well, this was fun. And kind of like start leaving. But it's not like he's running or anything. He's still like hands in the pocket trying to like act really as like I'm like casual. Act casual in the sense.
Yeah. So, where are you headed?
I would say probably back towards the ship.
Okay, as you start mobilizing, you'll kind of see Captain Rourke kind of nod her head in your direction, and you would see a couple of the skirmishers following you. Not like moving to apprehend you in any way, shape, or form, but keeping a relatively close distance behind you.
Gotcha. I guess more than also the question is because I did have a buddy under the coat still following
I th-
along, or
I think once you started moving, Booker would like kind of whisper up to you and be like, "Where are we going?"
I was just going to head back to the ship.
Well, is everyone? He can't see, so he's just like, "Is everyone else heading that direction?"
No, no one's moving.
Oh, we should probably stay with everybody, right? Probably be the safest thing.
I feel like the safest thing would be just leaving.
I don't think they're gonna let us just fly away. It may just be a waiting game until they get what they want.
The two guys, or I'm sorry, was there two or one that was following?
Two.
Two skirmishers.
Two. Okay, that's what I thought. Um, no one else is interested in also leaving. Just like looking back, I guess at the rest of the group that's just like standing there.
Definitely not.
I mean, I was gonna say something, but I
Well,
was gonna wait for you to finish.
Aquamarine, I figured as much. Go ahead, Aaron. What were you gonna do?
I was gonna, I guess follow you, but not more so because you're leaving, but because maybe Aaron wants to fight, bro. I'm just be for real. Aaron might follow
So
you
you're
just
seeing one or two go off on their own and going like, nice, some dudes I can jump.
yeah.
Which way
Is
did
anyone?
Remiel which way does Remiel leave? Which is it like away
I
from where the
mean,
captain and them went, the opposite direction? Which way is the ship in relation to that?
yeah, I was like, I don't know where the ship is. I guess in relation to.
Yeah. Sorry, this is more of a directed at God question. Are we heading in a direction that's past a bunch of their people?
Yeah,
Or away from a bunch of the people and that's where they had one follow, or what?
I mean, you guys would be heading kind of like this direction.
Okay, that's not too
So
bad.
I mean, it's past everybody here, obviously, but at the same time, this whole compound is effectively being scrambled across with all of Rourke's men. And there's men in.
Okay, so Ramiel Booker headed like this ish direction. Sorry if I'm moving your tokens for you, just kind of visualizing here.
Leave me in the
I have
damn
a-
squares.
So
Sorry.
here's
Okay.
another question I have, right? Seeing as two of them followed Ramiel, would two more start following if I went off with them, like trailing behind?
One way to find out.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you actively moving?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay like a little bit behind, but not that far.
Al, as he's watched
That's
everything, just in Aaron's head. What are we doing?
Does Arianna have a table for her current thing she's going off to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna run back to you here in a sec.
Real quick to answer
I
Val's
moved all the
question.
tokens in the square.
I'm just gonna reply back with nothing at the moment. I just want to get a feel for things. Keep an eye on Noct, and I'll come back with what we can or can't do.
Just start moving yours.
You slowly.
Yeah, as you guys continue, more and more of Rourke's men are gonna continue to follow you. The
So we got
question,
4 in total following us.
as of this moment, yes.
Okay.
Just moved them into squares.
Give me 1 second.
Seems doable, right, guys?
Maybe if you can somehow sneak your brothers in with you. I mean, I guess they don't know Booker is under Ramiel's coat.
Yeah, I think that's
So
why.
you've got
I
a
think
little
if
bit of
I'm
an element of surprise there.
Yeah, I was like, I think she's sending 2 people per one person, and maybe they're
Yeah.
just not aware. Hey.
I'll be for real. I don't think Aaron would know because I don't think Aaron saw that happen anyway, and I don't think Aaron questioned where Booker was at all. Not because they don't care, but because they know they.
Aaron doesn't concern himself with Booker.
God damn it.
It's not like that. It's not like that. It's just Aaron knows they can get away if they need to because they're tiny.
Mm.
Yes, I will let God decide if they're going back to Arianna.
What weapons do
Because I was
these
like,
guys have? Is it just like a
That's a
bunch of
good
blasters?
question.
Could say that again, Booker?
I just said that's a good question.
Oh.
Imagine
Does
that's
that also-
something Ironjaw and I can have some even keen insight on with our
Okay,
twin.
well,
Were
God's
we-
away. Let's make a plan. Yeah, kill
Were
this
we
like,
thing.
if
told that-
Aaron's following,
Were we told that the skirmishers were searching people, or were they just kind of searching places? And-
They weren't
and
searching
stuff.
feel like-
people. They were searching the surroundings. They're searching through people's
Yeah, I feel like
belongings and
I would
things,
remember.
not people.
But not like anything somebody had on their persons.
No, they're not
At least
actively
yet.
like shaking anyone down.
Okay. So maybe it's something large.
So, to answer a few of your guys' questions, those of you who are leaving, how far are you going to get?
That's a good question.
That is a
Should
good
you
question.
try to leave this clearing away from the group, there are going to be a few men that will point you out and acknowledge you and ask where you're going.
Who has a smoke bomb on them?
Oh, sorry, bro. I left it in my other pants.
Listen, Ninja's way out of this one, bro.
It's like daytime, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's
it's like
morning.
dawn.
Yeah.
I guess to answer your question on how far, I guess it would depend on how far Ramiel would get, because I'm behind, but not like that far behind.
I think
So
it
if they
all
decide
depends
to
on
go,
how far Ramiel goes.
yeah, pretty much.
yeah, I mean, his plan definitely was just to kind of keep walking back towards the ship. Again, as casually as humanly
Nonchalant.
possible.
Walking away.
Yeah.
Just walking away.
This doesn't concern him, to his knowledge. He doesn't care. Why is he gonna stay around?
Hmm.
No crew cohesion. I think that's
Not
I
at
think
all.
that is what Ramiel's biggest stink is for. Yeah.
He's got a lot of stinks, but
It's true. He's a stinky little space genie.
he's
And
a
we love
stinky little
him.
guy. Actually, the stinky little guy is the ferret. That's the problem.
I thought you were gonna say Booker.
Dang.
No,
Hey!
I'm not that mean.
That
I'm
would've
not
been
that
mean.
mean.
He's under your coat.
No, I'm not that mean. Above board, I'm not that mean.
Yeah. Yes, Ramiel, though.
So I mean, I guess if there's, is he like just physically stopped like by these people, or like are they just asking where he's going? Because if they're asking where he's going, he's just gonna be like back to the ship.
Yeah, I mean, like a few of the other guys would see you guys exiting and be rounded up to corral you guys, asking where you're going. It's not going to be in a casual tone, more like a, where do you think you're going?
To the ship
To do what exactly?
to go in my bunk. I can't fly it, so
I'm tired.
And why would you think we would just believe you?
You're going to look at me and you're going to tell me that you think I am capable of flying a craft of any kind?
No disrespect, but we've seen people lesser of your caliber fly a ship.
I wouldn't say it was much of disrespect, so I take it as a compliment. I could guarantee you that you could put me in front of the console, and I can show you that I could press every button and maybe more likely would mess up the ship more before I would be able to know how to fly it.
You'd let us on your ship.
I don't have a ship, but if I had the ship, I would let you on it.
Then whose ship are you boarding?
Uh, looks in the direction where Captain Zara was. Is that one?
Do you have any weapons on that ship?
I personally do not have any weapons, no.
But you do have weapons on that ship. They'll kind of look at the rest of you.
Just be like, I don't quite remember. I'd have to check.
You'll kind of hear one of the guys kind of like breathe under his voice there for a second. Like, man, Lazaro will just hire anybody these days.
Yes, and unfortunately, she chose a motley crew at that. Not much worth, honestly. You're all discardable if you think about it.
Yeah, well, for what
So
we
there is
hear
no harm in
she's
me
doing
just.
these days, seems like the only kind of crew she'd be able to get.
So, you see, no harm. I am just going to go lay down in my bunk. I have no interest in standing out here and having everyone staring at each other. Where's the amusement in that?
We wouldn't be able to let you go alone. We'd have to go with you.
I mean, you can come to the ship. I cannot give you permission to board the ship because it is not my ship.
Then I guess you're not boarding the ship.
Well, I know I'm gonna board that bitch one way or another.
You can board when Rourke says she's good to go.
And do you even know what you're searching for? Or does she know what she's searching for?
She always knows what she's searching for. She doesn't land anywhere without knowing.
Does she? Mm. How sure are you about that?
It's a really dumb question to ask. We've been with Rourke for years. Quite successful.
Well, how am I supposed to know? I don't know you people. I don't even know your captain.
Same way you were supposed
It's
to
not a
just
dumb
know
question.
that you don't know how to fly a ship.
I feel like that is two very different things.
Is it? They're all just assumptions.
I
I feel like
feel like you could get a read on if someone is able to fly a ship.
Just by looking at them? Not really.
Yeah, I would say so.
Have you seen this galaxy?
No, I don't go out very often.
Yeah, we can tell.
Oh,
Great. So then you have no problem with me going back to the ship because I am just a simple individual who doesn't leave very often. And you can tell. You said so.
Yeah, that's not exactly how we do things. Nobody leaves until we're ready, until Rourke's ready to go.
You are all sure. Okay. That's fine. Aaron? I guess back to the field of staring blankly at each other until something happens, or this Rourke person finds whatever mysterious things that she's supposedly looking for.
Aaron's just gonna sigh, look up, and then just sit down.
In the grass.
Yeah. I'm just like,
Valid.
You're
whatever.
just going to sit there. Okay.
Hey, you know what? Saves him a trip from having to walk all the way back, you know? And walk back again to get back to the ship.
Yup.
Honestly, he's valid for that.
Thank you, Simi.
Shoot, I can still keep bothering these guys. At least it's a little bit entertaining.
I don't know if I want to do it or not.
What were you thinking?
We'll just play it out. Aaron's gonna mind link with Ramiel and speak to them telepathically and just be like, do we just head for the ship anyway, even if they don't let us in? Because I kind of want to
Mm,
take them out, but I know you only care about yourself and want to live, so
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh,
I don't think I'd be able to
if
take 1 against 4.
I mean, if it is only the 4 and we have Booker,
Well,
it's possible.
Oh,
after these guys came over, there's probably at least 7 of these guys right here.
oh, there's 7 now on us?
Yeah, they're those guys that came over and called you guys out for where are you guys going. Those are separate guys.
Oh, type shit. Okay, well, this changes everything.
I don't know. 3 versus 7 ain't a bad deal.
Dude, I want to gamble it so bad, but I'm scared, bro.
Let's just do a quick save, kill one guy, and then reload the
It is
save.
crazy.
This is what I'm
Quick save.
saying. Implement a quick save feature.
God, can we rewind to the last checkpoint, please?
Yeah. Let's restart this chapter.
So where do you guys
Oh,
think
things
you're
different.
going?
I'm only playing Baldur's Gate. I don't know how this works, guys. How many guys are on me?
I-
2 at the very minimum, right?
Oh, friend, we're surrounded.
You're just
Sir?
surrounded.
I mean, we're surrounded, but
Um,
only 2 guys
we're
are
in the
watching
fucking
me, right?
we're in the fucking thick of it.
I'm pretty sure they're
mean-
all watching you.
2, 3.
Not only the ones that are like surrounding you, but I'm pretty sure those other 2 on the right, on the bottom.
These guys. I mean, these 2 can handle these guys. This guy got this guy.
so who's gonna do
And this
the
guy.
who's gonna handle the
No.
guys on the outside of the rocks?
This guy. This guy and this guy. This guy and this guy. This guy and these guys.
I like him saying
All
this
these
guy
Not
and this
just
guy.
like
We can't see what he's pointing at.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
this guy and this guy. This guy and this guy. This one for this one.
I
this one
also
for this
think
one.
all of
These
us are forgetting the
guys for
fact that
these
there's
guys.
2 giant gunships as well that have landed here.
And also,
Where's the
if,
gun? The
if their
gunship's one of
dudes
them.
suddenly go missing, I don't think the other 62 are going to be super chill about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Valid.
We'll get to it when we get to it. Worst case scenario, I talk
I got
for
this guy.
them.
I got
for
that.
intercom
You
thing,
got these guys.
if they have one.
I got these guys.
I mean, I think you'll be fine. You got this, totally.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
hey,
roll.
Aquamarine is watching the jackals for signs of trouble and is nowhere near what you are doing. You make your choices.
Everybody get right behind a guy and just take him hostage.
Ah, yes, I'm sure everyone
What are you
else in
gonna
the
do, shoot
compound
through
is
us?
totally not going to be observant of
Hear me
that.
out. Take Rourke hostage.
I think
I think
that's
I don't
not a
know.
bad idea. Killing that leader first. Lessen
Well,
morale.
no, if you take her hostage and make her
I
tell them
think-
all to surrender or
I
whatever.
think above board as low threes, taking the likely level 10 captain hostage isn't gonna fucking end well.
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be
Well,
great.
What's Arianna up to?
Well, yeah, so I guess if we couldn't tell, Rourke's fighting style is very much a pack mentality situation, so probably not the best idea to try and go for her because you probably won't get to her. If you do, that's impressive. It's not impossible, but don't recommend that. But if you kill a couple of her underlings out of her 75 men, I don't think she will care that much. But
Guys,
you would
This
have
is
to
the
answer
DM
to
saying-
the all of them.
this is the DM saying, "Hey, maybe don't."
Yeah, but what does he know? All right.
What does he know?
Everything, literally everything.
As he's looking at the stat blocks for all 70
Yeah.
fucking enemies.
No.
Just numbers.
Nah, you don't know nothing. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. So, I do, before we jump to Arianna, Aquamarine, I wanted to touch back with you and your role with Ironjaw and your guys' question about what do these guys look like? Are they carrying specific weapons? They're most of these guys do have a gun of some sort. A few of them have energy spectral blades. And then there are a few of them that have very visible, harsh augmentations to their body. Very similar but very different to the way Ironjaw has he can switch his hand to a cannon. So there are a few different things in here with these individuals that are a little different but a little bit same. So a lot of them, most of them just carry rifles. But there are a few that have very obvious enhancements and or prefer a melee blade of some kind.
And when you say enhancements like Ironjaw, you mean that they are like technological and not like a mutation. It's not like a big claw.
A claw.
Enhancements being like access to different elemental magic. Oh, I'm gonna throw magic being the word adjacent to
Sure.
D&D.
We see people carrying like what we would recognize to be spell focuses.
Correct. Did someone sneeze?
Absolutely.
Bless you.
I mean, Aquamarine and Eliora have staves. We recognize what magic comes out of.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Ironjaw have a title or a designation?
He is first mate to Zara, but he doesn't prefer that anyone have to call him that. by any means.
Sure. So first mate would also be like executive officer or commander as the second on a ship.
Exactly.
Okay. Aquamarine, just under her breath while she's walking in a circle, goes, "What's your take?"
There's too many of them for us to handle all at any point in time. We have to play this carefully. What they're looking
Right.
for, we don't know what it is, obviously, but whatever it is, it's got power. I had to guess.
Do you think
Keep talking. If I had to guess, they're looking for a power source. Only something like that would be a relic worth her dropping ship somewhere.
is this thing that he's describing, does this have anything to do with Arianna?
What do you mean?
Like, I know they were drawn here by like a signal going off, but that is unrelated to like what they're spreading out to look for now.
It's
This power source.
kind of a skewed situation. So it, from what your guys' understanding, it sounds like the Rourke tried to use the excuse that this signal had tracked them back here to this point. Yes. But upon seeing all of you, it kind of shifted her view. She didn't come here to answer the call. She came here to knowing that this particular location was going to have something of worth. So she kind of made it seem like, yeah, I'm here for, to answer the beacon, like what's going on. But particularly,
I was drawn to this place for that reason, but now that she's here, she's like, time to get this thing that I'm after.
Exactly.
Do you think it's something that we should acquire first? Is it something we could use against them?
It wouldn't be any good in our hands, unfortunately. Something like that.
Fiddlesticks.
If it's what I'm even thinking it might be, if they get their hands on it, it could be catastrophic. But I don't think her men are even smart enough to really find it. It's not in anywhere obvious, destroyer or anything like that.
So what's the play then? Peacekeeping?
Honestly, that's all we can do at this moment. If we try anything, any of us, these guys will be swarming on us. We won't make it.
Have you, with my 21 on insight, have I gotten a read on like what would happen if we incapacitated their captain, or what would happen if, like, is there a way that I've read that we can, like, I don't know, turn them against each other, or a threshold to convince them to flee, or to intimidate them? Have I gotten any kind of like way to handle them without
So
70 Eldritch Blasts?
So in this instance, it definitely feels like if we tried anything hostile, obviously that is not a good strategy. Just we are sheer outnumbered. However,
Right.
in the event that we try to maybe incapacitate the captain of some kind, it could trigger something pretty fatal afterwards. In terms of what these guys are willing to do, it seems like just about anything. should the
Okay, so
option
these
arise.
these look like a crew that would respond to us defeating their captain, not by going, well, we are now rudderless. Let's chill out and join the commune. And they're more like, you bastards, we've been making so much money with this lady. Now we're gonna kill you.
Yeah, it that's pretty nail on the head.
Understood.
Yeah, they're pretty very like simple tracked mind individuals. They're not a lot of collective brain cells between all of them. But a sense of loyalty and unity between them to Captain Rourke seems very undeniable.
Can you do me a favor, Angel?
What do you got in mind?
You should secure the clearest path to the ship. Find a mad dash if there's a line from here to there, or any place that has sufficient cover, especially if we have to worry about sustained gunfire. If there's a line of buildings or a tree line that we can run through if we have to flee, that will be the best thing to secure. In the meantime, I'm going to go have a discussion with Rourke and see if there's any ways to keep things cool.
Yeah, we can scope out a good escape route. Shit, things go sideways, but like I said, it's probably under better duress that we keep things as peaceful as possible.
Yes,
Although,
I'm here to secure the peace, and I would very much appreciate if you could establish a getaway should things fail. I can't help but notice that several of us have scampered off to do gods know what.
right. He's going to turn over his shoulder to Zara real quick and relay his plan that he has acquired here through you. Zara's gonna she'll remark quickly, just be smart, be calculated, um, don't stray too far, don't do anything erratic. Um, and she'll kind of like gesture over to you, like nod to you as well, so that you hope the in accordance. Um, but she does seem to be still affixed to her bracelet as she is in communication with what sounds to be as your proximity would allow what sounds to be Echo.
Understood. Aquamarine will place a glove on her large armored shoulder and just return the nod of the head back to Captain Zara with a small bow. As she does so, her cape flares out behind her, and the printed celestial stars that line the inside of her cape twinkle and glow with real starlight. Because she still has concentration on Eagle's Splendor that I cast while approaching them from last time. Just want to remind you of that for whatever charisma-based dice I have to roll. And I will go. She turns on her booted heel and goes and approaches the leader of the Jackals.
Very well.
Just using her large like lookout glaive as a like walking staff as she approaches. Like it is very clearly a signal of station. It is her magical it is what is called her class feature, not just her warlock blade pact, but it is also her golden heart warlock like signal of her station. So it glows and resonates and has this very clear, important appearance the way one would recognize like the mystical weapon of a knight or a Power Ranger or a Sailor Scout.
Very cool.
And it is just radiating with this like swinging lantern that is glowing with pure starlight. Captain, may we have a few words?
That depends. You got any information for me?
Not as of yet, though I know you've dispatched one avian to go seeking for you. What I have come to speak to you about is the bristly nature of your skirmishes. I'm seeking to ease tension here, keep as much peace as I can in this commune. I understand that there's something here that you want, and we all understand that the best way for this to go is without any violence or belligerence or attempt from any party to obfuscate any other party in their business. So I want to ask you, what is the best thing that we can do to ensure that your folks behave themselves? This is a place of peace, and I aim to keep it that way.
My men don't start anything unless I say so. We don't try to get into as many tipples as possible. Now, there are quite a few different crews that all enjoy having a bout with anyone they can. But we're not like that. No. The Jackals and I, we're here to, we run a little bit more tactically than that. If we can take what we can get, we will. And we'll leave every single little hair on everybody's head. Now, if people try to oppose us, that's where things will get really, really ugly for everybody. My men won't fire unless I say. But if I give the signal, they're more than happy to oblige.
You misunderstand, Captain. I'm not merely asking to keep fingers off triggers. I'm asking to keep hands to themselves.
They won't touch anybody here. We just come from what we're looking for, and that's it.
Not a single credit more. And her
Absolutely.
visor just locks on Captain Rourke and dims slightly, even in this ever so slight dimming the darkness of the helmet. You can see the glowing intensity and sincerity of her feline eyes piercing the darkness. I think I'm satisfied. She'll depart.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they would like to do before we jump over back to Arianna?
Booker's just gonna stay put.
Not at the moment.
Have you
no.
turned off the AC?
Nope.
No. You're usually the one that's cold. I'm cold.
Hey, I'm turning off the
Please.
AC.
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll jump over to Arianna looking for our friend here. The luminary Esther Viral. So he's located in kind of like a barricade situation in his office. This area is just off of where the archives are, so that's not super far from where you know to look.
Lovely.
So upon trying to enter into the room, you'll notice it's kind of hard to open the door at first. Seems like there's like a bookshelf that may be in front of the door.
Don't make me come through the window. I'll
There-
do it.
There's no reason to come in here at this current moment in time. Oh, is there something I can get for you?
I need you to open the door, and I have some questions. I'm not a Voidborn. Talk to me before.
Okay, very well. Very aggressively, very it's rough having to listen to it as he tries to pry open the door. He gets it cracked open enough that you can slip through. And he while while you begin to speak, he's aggressively trying to put the bookshelf back.
All right. What do you group of, I don't even know what, have here that they want?
No, it could be anything. The we have a lot of things here. I mean, our very way of life is procured on Concord Tech.
Arianna is staring into this man's soul. Power source.
Power source. I mean that's exactly how this place operates. I mean, you surely you don't mean our
Where is it?
shard. It's not something that you can just get.
Well, I'm not getting it. I'm giving her information on how to get it and where it's at. Because, well, to be quite frank, she's got the information that I asked if you guys had. And they have answers. You didn't.
The shard is sealed away in the archive. There's no way to retrieve it, even if she went herself. It's designed not to be tampered with, because if it is, uh, everything here would be gone.
What do you mean?
This arc only floats because of it. If anything happens to it, if it's removed from where it is meant to be, gravity, our reactors, everything would melt down instantly, and there would be no way to salvage any of it. The place could implode in on itself.
You have data on it?
I mean, not design
Now isn't the
files
time
or
to be shy.
anything. We don't keep information like that on it because of the attention that it attracts.
Also, God, just for key context here, Ariana's entire demeanor has shifted now that she's basically on a fucking mission. So she's just completely to the point here.
Okay. Do you want to roll like an intimidation here?
I can. I mean, it might not go great, but I can. I forgot. Intimidation runs off of fucking charisma. That sucks. I don't have good charisma. I was still a 17 though.
Hell yeah.
That's actually not bad. All right.
That
Um,
rules. Get it done.
with that, you'll see him kind of like shuffle around his office a bit and try to look for some things that he can get his hands on that might be of use and help us. Um, you see him kind of go through like a locked chest. Um, in modern our day terms, probably adjacent to a locked filing cabinet. Um, he kind of retrieves a stack of papers here, and he kind of shows it to you, and it's like, this is about all the information I can get. It's a basic uh, design of what it can do, but there's no definitive any of what it looks like. No one's been alive that long.
And you haven't kept any records besides that. Ariana's picking up the papers.
Well, no, there's nothing really to learn from it. If anyone gets too close to it, you don't exactly feel super great.
What do you mean by that?
It's hard to
Radiation?
explain, but in the simplest terms, of a sort, yes.
Anything else? Security systems?
It's never really needed a security system. It's sealed. The door is essentially, I mean, you would never even know it was a door unless somebody were to tell you.
Where's the door?
In the archive.
Where at in the archive?
In the back of the archive, there's a few bookshelves that are placed in front of the wall, but even after they've moved, you can very faintly make out where a door may have been, but it's no small door, and we don't have the tools to get in.
You have the code? Anything?
Or there's no code. It's just a wall.
Cool. You know, I was trying to get these guys out of here fast, but now they're probably gonna have to deal with that because I'm not a locksmith.
I wish there was a lock that we could attempt on.
But on the bright side, you did save me the effort of having to break your hands.
No, why would you have to do that?
It helps.
Well, I
Compliance usually.
can't quite see a reason why that would help.
Right. Before I leave, is there anything else in this entire archive here, your office, anything that you think would help in this situation?
No, not that I can think of. That's really the only thing of value that somebody like her would really want. I mean, we're simple people. We live off of simple values. We don't have a lot of anything.
All right, well, I'm gonna probably go back out the door now. If you want to re-barricade your office, I'm taking these with me.
Oh, okay. Just the quicker you can get them out of here, the better. For everyone.
Yeah. Then with that, Ariana's just gonna leave and head back with a stack of papers.
Okay. On your way back, is there anything else that the halfway to ship crew is doing?
Oh, we're talking about us?
Yeah.
I think we just were. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of at the whim of what everyone else is doing.
No, I don't know.
I thought we were just kind of waiting because we weren't allowed to leave.
Yeah, I mean,
I honestly don't have anything, bro. My brain is like not braining. I can't think of anything.
I don't think there's much of a solution here, or there's much of something we can do here. I mean, I feel like Ramiel would probably keep trying to get a gauge of like how long these people. I know they said they've been with Captain like Rourke. Rourke.
There you go.
You're gonna have to train me. It's the same thing as any other word. I struggle. I mean, I think if anything, he's just trying to information pool from them. Whatever, if they are willing or not. I don't know if willing is the right word, but like definitely trying to poke and prod and trying to just get more information out of them.
What kind of questions would you be asking?
So, I mean, they mentioned that their captain, uh, for the most part, has been successful, correct? In each time they've gone somewhere. Did I remember that correctly?
I'm sorry. Can you like reword it for me real quick?
Yeah. So, did they mention that every time they've gone somewhere with their captain, when she's looking for something, it's been successful?
Yeah,
Or
that's
like, did they
essentially
kind of
what they
phrase it that
said.
way? Okay, so you said that your captain seems successful in knowing which she is looking for and getting that item. What would you say the percentage of that is? Because if it is 100%, then considered me impressed, but I don't think that is possible.
Why wouldn't it be possible?
Not everything is 100% in the world.
Well, it's always about choices that you make. You can choose to go and take a job that is worth something, or you can choose not to. Everyone has a different view of what is worth it to them.
What is your view on what's worth it?
I'm not really sure how that would be important.
You are an individual, are you not?
We're not really here to chat.
I mean, what else is there to do? Your captain seems to be standing over there, not really searching for the item, depending on one of our own people to find it for you. What more is there to do?
We've got tons of people searching.
Yeah, but it is very interesting that it's all of you searching and not the captain who knows what she's looking for.
Why would you assume that we don't know what we're looking for?
Well, you didn't seem too keen on sharing, so I just figured you didn't know. You were just following orders blindly.
No,
But of
we
course,
very
this is all
much know what we're
assumptions.
looking for.
And what is it you're looking for?
Well, do you know anything about a helio shard?
That doesn't happen to be the metal piece that we got out of Aquamarine, right?
No.
Oh, thank God. I was a little bit worried.
Can I roll a history check or anything like that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, next thing would be asking for a check roll.
Doesn't happen
Um,
to be a certain little silvery shard that was picked up at some point, right?
Oh.
you guys can roll. I'm gonna let Booker roll flat. Ramiel, you're gonna roll with disadvantage on this.
Oh, hot potatoes. Understood.
Am I rolling history or
Yeah,
what would
it'd
you
be
like?
history.
Okay. -2. Let's see.
8, baby.
Did you roll
Damn,
a
I had a
1?
15 in there.
That's a 2.
Did you roll a 1, Booker?
No, I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay. I heard -2. I was like, how low did you roll?
No. I have a -2. 2 is
I was like,
2.
Jesus Christ, you had to have rolled a 1, right? Please? Okay, that makes more sense now. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Um, based on that roll, I can't say I know much about it. I mean, again, as you all are aware, um, you said that yourselves. I'm just a person who hasn't left, I guess, my home very often, so I don't know much about the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. And what do you want out of it?
What do I want out of it? Out of what? Out of this situation, I would like to go back to this ship and not deal with this anymore, personally.
So what do we do if the captain wants your ship?
Hmm. You guys offering rides? I would love to go back to the bazaar.
Yeah, we don't exactly taxi people.
Ah, then I guess I would have to wait until someone else is willing to get me a ride.
You wouldn't care.
For what reason do I have to care? I unwillingly had to come on this mission. Whatever this mission is, I'm just here trying to get credit so I can pay my rent so that I can live peacefully.
Interesting. And the rest of you feel the same?
Looks at Aaron.
I don't know if you
Oh,
saw in the
right.
chat.
No, he's gone.
Oh yeah.
uh, he's not very good at speaking, from my understanding. I don't think I actually even know what his voice sounds like. I don't ever hear him speak. I was stuck with these two. No. Wait, your brothers are not here. Anyways, he has friends over there. Yeah, Ramiel will kind of like gesture over to Noct and Val. I was stuck with them.
Not Ramiel, almost slipping up there, Jesus.
I was stuck with them over there for an ungodly amount of time, and none of them said a word. Do you know how irritating that is?
No.
I assume your crew likes to speak a lot, so you don't understand a moment of silence.
No, not necessarily.
Right, well. So, enlighten me a little bit more on this thing that you're looking for. Again, I don't know much, so I wouldn't have any idea, but I'm keen in learning.
Yeah, this isn't really a show and tell. You either know information about it or you don't.
Okay, so then because I don't know information, I should be free to go. Yes.
Free to go? No. You can't just leave. I thought we made that pretty clear.
Yeah, but why can't I leave?
Because we don't know you.
But you know that I don't harbor any information. I don't have any weapons on me. I am less than adequate at flying a ship and would be stranded here on this, well, honestly, hellhole. Are you really that threatened by me?
Threaten's not the right word to use.
Suspicious. Yeah, I mean, I could continue giving you a bunch of different words if that will help.
Listen, we don't have to keep doing this. Just don't go anywhere. We have eyes and ears everywhere, so we'll know if you leave.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't mind you guys watching.
Great.
Although, I might have to charge you if you are going to be occupying me if I have to go to the restroom or something like that.
I don't think we're gonna be here long enough for that.
But what if I have to go now?
Well, that's a shame.
This is basically just gonna be an ongoing thing. I think this
Well,
is just
he's not
it's
really.
gonna be
He's probably not gonna keep talking to you after if it goes on any longer.
That's fair. I think what it is that at this point, Ramiel is just going to continue to try to fill the silence, and especially if there's anyone else nearby, he's just going to continue.
Okay. Um, Ariana, it'd probably be about this time that you're about to come back with the information. Rourke will be pleasantly waiting for your return.
Ariana's gonna walk back over to Rourke. Right, you wanted information.
And what do you got
I
for
got
me?
his. Well, where do you want me to start?
What is it? Where is it? And where can I get it?
Well, Ariana's gonna hand her all the paperwork that they had. That's what he had on it. It's in the archives behind some bookcases. Was never designed to be removed behind a very big door that they don't know how to open anymore. And if you remove it, it can cause a reactor meltdown that causes this entire place to either A, implode, or B, fall from the sky and everyone dies.
Great. When can I get
So
it?
if you have unmanned drones, I would recommend using those.
You'll kind of see her like look up and look around, like gesture around for a second, but she won't say anything.
But they certainly have it. It powers everything here, including the engines, apparently.
Take me to it.
You want to go to the archive?
Yeah, let's go. You know where it is?
All right. Yeah, I had to go in there. I was searching for information on the Echo Blades in there. The
Then
only
let's
thing I
go.
found was somebody assuming my parents' identity.
Am I able to hear this?
Yes.
Let's say, was this out in the open? Oh,
I will.
I
Aquamarine.
mean, with you guys
how
being
long have
back
we
there,
been waiting?
well, probably not, but
But if I saw them starting to talk, I'd be able to approach. How long have they been here?
it's probably been approximately by this point, we're closing in on from landing. We're circling in on like the 20-minute mark. 15 to 20 minutes.
How far is the walk to the archives?
Not very far. It's like a 8-minute walk.
Okay. Aquamarine will jog over and say, "Right then. Let's go. Let's make a move at it. Quick."
Also, warning, there's radiation as well associated with the power core.
She is trying to like spur them into jogging. And Arianna, you notice that she has her hands around a whistle that she has a string on her neck. The kind that everyone on the crew had to signal the brothers. And she's just like, "Yep, let's go do the thing, Captain. Let's go. Let's jog off right now and go do it."
You might want to stay here.
Negative. I'm going along. I'm here to ensure peace. I want to make sure whatever happens occurs as smoothly and peacefully as possible. Let's get a move on.
above board question. You didn't happen to sneakily hold down your communication thing during any of this conversation at all, did you?
My plan was to cue in the siblings with the whistle, but if
I more
I
meant to
have
let,
the
like,
ability to hold down, like, I would absolutely love if that is a viable option as a player character in this moment, Dungeon Master. I would absolutely love for just like Aquamarine's mic and her helmet to be hot and going into the earpiece of everyone.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you all hear Aquamarine's magically enhanced dulcet tones bouncing around in your inner ear.
Oh, your call, Rourke. Your men around here, not mine.
Nope, my call. We're all going. Let's go.
Very well. lead the way.
She like starts walking quickly
Ariana's gonna lead the
and
way.
has a confidence that everyone else will quickly hustle.
Okay.
I'm just trying to sequester Captain Rourke away, get her caught up in my cult of personality so that she will walk towards the solution to this as I get us there with enthusiasm, and that 62 of her men aren't gonna quickly fall into single file behind her.
That is a high possibility. And I believe God did mention there were some in the city already.
Sure, whatever.
Okay, so as
Well,
you
it was
guys
a pleasure.
leave, there are approximately you've got about 6 following you. Mobilized here, there are still 4 individuals around Knox and Val, depending on what you guys are doing. Should you follow or not.
Knocked, what are you up to?
He did say BRB bathroom. I don't know if he's back though.
While
Oh no.
walking quickly to drive everyone with their purpose, is Mira anywhere in the vicinity that I can power walk over to or even jog?
No, she was one of the people that fled.
Is anyone do any like community leaders seem to be in the vicinity? Does anyone around look like I would be able to get them to mobilize or to rally those around them?
I mean, if you were to, where's my laser pointer? If you were to be in this general area where these individuals still are, you can rally them to move.
Yeah, I just want to head over to them and say, the resolution with these jackals is coming quickly, but there is imminent danger. Get everyone airborne, get them safe. The core is unstable.
You're gonna get a lot of very uncomfy faces as you're kind of describing this, but they're all going to immediately start moving and mobilizing.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Noct is more than likely following any kind of commotion, so Val will be following with. If I'm proven wrong, I apologize, but it seems very Noct activity to follow the chaos.
I think that's a fair assumption.
Did you ever have any dealings with the Echo Blades yourself?
Are you asking Rourke?
Yeah.
Is this small talk while we are jogging?
Yeah.
Understood.
Not myself, and short of it, no. I don't exactly deal with people who are continue to breathe afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, probably just for collecting payment, right?
If you consider death as payment, yes. They're not exactly the friendliest of individuals.
Yeah, I mean, understandable. Wonder if doesn't seem like anybody's ever really seen what they look like.
I've never met anybody who knows what they look like. But with that being said, they don't exactly advertise very often.
Must be good at what they do if they still get business.
That's a bit of an understatement. Quite good.
Knocked. We have two choices here, buddy. We're either following Aquamarine, who is leading Captain Rourke and Arianna to this basically the core reactor thing of this planet ring, or we go where Remiel and Aaron went because we don't know Booker's with them. So,
Where
well, I do.
where did they go?
They went headed towards the ship. And that's the
Okay.
last we saw our ship.
So we could have a Star Wars battle on top of a gangway next to a reactor,
I don't recommend that.
or B, go to safety.
Yep.
Probably a shootout, maybe.
Burp, 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 burp.
Yeah, the Star Wars is calling me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm glad I know you so well. I figured as much, but since you came back so soon, figured I'd ask you real quick.
Gotta say, I like our odds.
I know that you are Aquamarine had used the comms. Like it was said with like confidence, yeah. Like you have a plan, kind of confidence,
Yes,
or
absolutely. Or I mean, I don't know how often you have heard Aquamarine speak, but if she suddenly decided to betray you after declaring herself to be a hero, in a moment she was simultaneously making such a huge blunder as to leave her microphone on, that would be fitting of how often she has rolled natural ones. So probably she has a plan, but maybe she's betraying you and fucked up.
you know, there's always that 1% chance, isn't there? And if there's even that chance, let alone um
Is the sense like Aquamarine's like everybody come with me, or is it like I'm trying to get these people away so you guys can go do something else?
The vibe that the galactic hero had conveyed to those in her vicinity, and the ruse that she was attempting to display was, we found what the captain is here for. Let's sweep her up in the moment to isolate her and get closer to the problem and do this all just quickly and go, go, go. Now that the fuse is lit, it's time to hustle and bustle, and there's no point in
Understood.
delaying things.
Is Captain Zara also going with them? Because if our captain is going that way, that might be a good idea if we all go.
The captain's going, yes. I guess we'll say that before we get there. Like, she's following, but not very close behind.
Gotcha.
Ramiel, I would
Okay.
persuade you for us to go that way to make sure our captain lives, so we can leave. Self-preservation and all that.
I know that. But it looks like she's also trying to self-preserve herself too. Yeah, I guess Romeo would kind of I guess to the people he was very much obviously very entertaining, would give a bit of a bow before kind of walking towards the direction of Captain Sarah, um nudging Aaron to also follow. Um But now is Ramiel running up to the rest of the group where like Aquamarine is? No, definitely probably closer to Captain Zara.
Okay. Heading toward the archive. There, upon reaching it, Arianna leading them in. There is no sign of your friend here, inside. And as you're entering in, behind you, Captain Rourke, her 6 men, Aquamarine, are you also entering?
Um, I sent you a message in our chat.
Ah, yes, I see. Okay. Yes, if you would please roll for me, and we can play off of that.
The dice say 10.
Okay. Um, so amidst the commotion, you'll probably get a few weird looks, but since everyone is kind of intimidated by not just the situation, but also by Aquamarine's presence, they're not going to say anything. They're not going to do anything. No one's going to even pause to exclaim any kind of facial expression at you, as you are rallying back. But as you do, um, I mean, it's not hard to make out the back of what closest to you would be Zara and Ramiel.
Sorry. So you're saying they see me, or
The crew, no one a part of the crew up ahead would have seen anything.
okay. Yeah. Uh while any of you are looking for Aquamarine, you notice moving at an erratic quadrupedal pace alternating between 10 feet per round and 70 feet per round, you see Dahlia scampering on all fours toward the archives.
Okay, great. So very confident Aquamarine leaves and we get Dahlia.
I think the odds are great. I think everything's going great.
Oh, actually, I would love for Dahlia to collide with a large skirmisher and sort of grab them by the arm and say, "Haven't you heard? The reactor's going to melt down. As many people of your crew as you can get onto your ship, you must hurry." And as she pleads and implores this, the lingering magic from Aquamarine's Eagle Splendor is still within, and so she also has a sort of magical glint to her eye that she would otherwise not really be able to evoke or have access to, and just tries to get the skirmishers running in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Or at least freak out that one in particular.
A few of them. You want to roll a kind of like a persuasion for me?
Okay, let's see. It would be a natural 6 for a total of 11, but I'm gonna do some Kelgoshi stuff. Give me just a moment. I know I can add something to a charisma something. Features and traits. Feline flourish. Add a bonus equal to my proficiency to an ability check with charisma. Okay. 13.
Okay.
Oh wait,
A
no,
few.
this is a charisma check. I roll it with advantage.
Oh.
That's way worse. 13.
So a few of these guys are kind of looking to each other, like momentarily in a pause, like, eh. But no one immediately begins to mobilize quite yet. They start looking toward
Whatever.
their captain.
Yeah, Dahlia continues scampering off.
Oh, right.
I assume everyone else is making their way toward the archives at the pace that Aquamarine had set for them? Or even faster if they see Dahlia, question mark?
Yes. So inside we have a few individuals. Zara is remaining outside of the archives. Are there any of you who are not entering?
Except Ramiel.
Yeah, I was like, did Captain Zara enter?
No.
Yeah, no, he's not doing that.
Okay. As you guys enter in, judging by what the paperwork that you have, Arianna, it's not hard to find where the wall is. So you could enter in, and effectively, find where the bookcases are placed, so that you can go ahead and kind of gesture towards it or begin moving it, up to you.
Ariana's gonna gesture in the direction and be like, "So, how do you intend to give me any of that information?"
Well, as soon as I've got me a relic in my hands, I've got plenty of ways to get you that information.
I hope you didn't miss the part where I said that this shit could all implode.
Well, then we better hope that it doesn't.
It's not that I don't trust you, I just don't know you.
Likewise. Seems we all have that in common here. You see her, like, momentarily turn around and look for Zara to make a remark, but realizes that Zara's not in the archives with you all.
You and the captain have history, don't you?
Oh yeah, we've been in a couple of encounters before. For better or for worse.
kind of was gathering that. Don't seem like they were fond memories.
Not exactly. We don't exactly see eye to eye on everything. However, she was a fine captain herself when we worked together. Now, where's me treasure?
All right, I'm just gonna motion over the bookcase. Behind those. And find a door that you can barely see. Not sure how you'll open it, but it's there. They didn't have details on that part.
You'll see her men immediately start mobilizing to move the bookshelves out of the way. In doing so, this wall is a concrete wall. There's not anything really else to it, it seems.
Dungeon Master, while they're
Yes.
moving the bookshelves, can I manipulate them to lay the bookshelves out in a way that cuts them off from reinforcements or provides us some cover if things go poorly?
Sure.
Spectacular.
They're not really going to question it really all that much, but they are going to be like, okay, whatever. So they will begin
Dolly
moving
is so charming right now.
the bookshelves here, and as the bookshelves are removed, you are just met with a concrete wall. There doesn't seem to be any seams or edges of what would be a door. It is just a wall. Before any of you guys can speak, you will see an individual with a excuse me, a an an augment that allows him to essentially have a flamethrower. And they're going to effectively try to burn a hole through this wall. Give me 1 second. I really should just keep all the physical dice on my desk. That would make things a lot faster for myself. Okay. So with a quick go at here at first, well, there's now a nice, lovely burnt spot on the concrete wall, but it doesn't seem to budge necessarily. In doing so, however, anyone who is there, I need you all to make me a con save.
Knocked, are we in there?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a
9.
17, God.
23. That's up to you. You were eventually met up with the captain. You would have seen our
So
group going in.
yeah, you were met with go into archive or stand outside with Captain. Remiel opted to stay with the captain because again, self-preservation. If he's leaving with anyone, it's the person that can fly the ship.
I got a 5.
Buddy.
Brothers are in there, bud.
Great. Come on in.
Yeah, con save.
Oh.
Nice.
Hey, depending on what the effect is, could I possibly take the hit for my squishier brother?
You won't be able to
Squishier.
for this.
Okay, I figured as much because it's a
How many
con
hit
save,
points do
not a
you
dex
have?
save. I have 34.
God, okay, never mind. Yeah, get the fuck in there.
I can't. You said it's a con save. I can't save you.
It's fine. I'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen?
I'm about to find
Don't
out.
answer that.
So what's happening?
Okay, so what was everyone's rolls one more time?
I got a
That's
17.
not it.
I got a
17,
9.
23, 5, 21, and a 9. So
Correct.
Nox and Dahlia, you guys both fail. And basically, as an attempt is made on this wall to access what is behind it, you kind of feel the vibrations underneath the floor begin to increase in aggression, as very similar to your entire time being here on the Quiet Ring, there is a natural vibration that runs through this entire community, entire civilization, essentially. And it seems to be, it was most prevalent during the Dawn Vigil, for those of you who are participating. In this moment, you feel a disruption in it. And those of you who failed your con save, you're experiencing. Can I roll correctly, please? This unsettling wave of heat and light, as it feels like it's burning you from the inside out, and you take 8 radiation sickness.
Understood.
Uranium
So where is this emanating from?
From the wall itself, right behind the quote
Is it
unquote door.
also hitting the jackals?
Yes.
What's happening to the jackals?
Well, for a few of them, it's not hitting all of them, as everyone is experiencing it a little differently. You see as some of them kind of like wobble a little and like catch themselves as they kind of stumble backwards. A few of them are kind of putting their heads together to think of a more brute force way to get behind this wall. Namely, a few men enter in with a drill, like a massive power drill, in their attempt to they will begin to make their second attempt to get behind this wall.
How badly does it look like 8 hit points worth of damage is doing to these people?
Probably not as bad as how you guys are feeling.
Oh, sure. Like, let me be very clear in this moment. I wanted to see what was happening to the others because that affects the vibe of what happens next. Because taking 8 points of damage, you immediately see this outpouring of light and heat and radiance wash over and slam into Dahlia. You see the edges of her hair begin to like fizzle and crackle and burn with a wide spectrum of light as she is thrown backwards and lands hard on her shoulders and then slams her head back on the ground yet harder. Both of her tails go flat against the ground, and her eyelids start to flutter and her hand falls to rest on her large belt buckle, the center gem of which is an aquamarine, which begins to glow very, very brightly. Dahlia has just hit 0 hit points. Her hips rise off the ground as she stabilizes her hands and her feet underneath her. You can quickly see spreading out from the belt the beginnings of Aquamarine's uniform. And in a quick moment of radiance, the glowing magic light that had suffused the inside of the cape begins to twinkle in the position of where Aquamarine's cape would be, even though it is currently Dahlia's body beginning to move around like a puppet on strings. And then the lights of that cape glow brighter and brighter, forming and filling out the actual rest of the shape of the cape, which bursts off with a radiance and comes into a full form. And as it does, the bursting of energy from the cape also fully blasts this excess light curling and wrapping around Dahlia's body, which, as it glows and becomes this burning starlight silhouette of her form, begins to elongate and grow. You see the tiny 4'11", 7 strength noodle arms turn into 6'1" sculpted 16 strength arms. And you see, before the helmet is magically formed, Aquamarine's face, which has very similar dark blue hair, paler blue fur, and a distinctive birthmark on the right cheek. She makes eye contact with you. You can see that one of her eyes is glowing with the same starlight that emanates from the rest of her magical form, while the other eye is the same lime green as Dahlia's. And then as she maintains contact with you all, she kind of smirks and sneers a bit and pulls a helmet over her head as it forms from starlight and stands holding that Starlight Watch pole glaive weapon of her station that matches a lot of the same aesthetics as her belt.
Very cool.
And she stands there.
Hell yeah.
What are any of your initial reactions to seeing this?
Why did you try to use fire to get through a fucking concrete door? Also, why is... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to know. I'll ask later.
But what are your initial reactions? Regardless of what you will ask later, what happens now? That's what we're asking. I did roll a natural 20 on my constitution check to maintain concentration on Eagle Splendor.
Ooh, very well.
That's awesome.
So, Captain, sorry, because we're not there. Sad face. Above board. That was amazing.
Al is silent. His eyes
Ariana's
sparkle
like,
though.
that's kind of cool, but very confusing.
I was
Time is of
also
the essence in
so
this matter. Captain Rourke, the very environment is fighting against you as you attempt to grab this core. Surely you realize you're dooming all of these folk and all of the work that has gone into this bastion of life out in the cold and unforgiving stars. What sort of paycheck awaits you at the end of this?
Probably a bigger one than you can imagine.
Plenty. I can imagine the death of every single one of these people, the sundering of all of their dreams and of their way of life. I can't abide that. What are you hoping to get from this?
Are you
Information.
familiar with how this galaxy seems to function? It's a very give and take. And the bigger you can give, the more than you can take. So if I had acquired something like this, whatever power this may have, there's no telling what you could take with it. Now, some people will just take it and they won't even ask any questions afterwards. But for me, there's always questions to be asked. There's always answers. So if you can get your hands on something like this, you can get your hands on pretty important stuff. It's always about the
Any
bigger
lives it
picture.
costs to acquire?
These people, if it's not this city, it's another. And it won't be from me.
Aquamarine
can
is going to take
assure
her
you of
helmet
that.
off now that what her face looks like is knowledge to everyone in the room, and just make direct eye contact with Captain Rourke as she's talking about dooming someone to oblivion because blah, 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 fatalism. And she's just going to look her right in the eye and say, "You don't have to be mean in space."
You're right about that. You're very right about that.
I often
This,
am.
the people around here, and this lovely galaxy we all get to be a part of, they don't care. You can be as nice as you want to be, and they won't care. Nobody will help you or want to help you. Everybody takes, and everything has a price.
Do we when we've experimented with the whistle in the past, does it make any noise to anyone who are not the brothers?
No, it does not. Only the brothers can
No, I don't think it
hear
does.
it.
Aquamarine is just gonna like fidget with the collar of her cape and of her necklace, and just like scratch the back of her hair. And as she presses her the palm of her hand against the necklace, she's just gonna shoot a little bit of wind down it magically, and give a big blast of the whistle to the brothers while just disguising it as some idle fidgeting, and use it to add a big like exclamation point to her "I'm prepared to kill all of these people and grab this because people are going to die, and I'm just going to, because I can't speak or anything, just be like, hey, it's like, what's that do? What's that say to you? Does that prick up your ears?" Do any of the brothers have any sort of reaction to that?
Aaron's
There's
typing.
maybe a second of hesitation before Val's weapons are in his hand.
Is there a way that I could offer a like? Is it is Are the weapons out to be threatening or to start a fight? Are you like also moving to strike or just moving to arm yourself?
Probably just to arm himself right up until it looks like you move. Seeing as
Understood.
the whistle came from your direction.
I don't have weapons to equip my fist anymore.
Um,
So.
and
Arianna, what sort of weapons do you have?
I still only have a dagger and the pistol that I had.
Would you prefer never mind. You are handed a quarterstaff that deals a d6 in one hand or a d8 in the other, like any other quarterstaff would. It is Aquamarine's staff that she has discarded for this watchpole glaive. She just pulls it off of her back and hands it to you.
Are we even sure that melting through this door is going to be possible?
Well, now we
most
have a
calm
giant drill.
motherfucker in the room.
Has the drill even made a dent?
Yeah, it's made a dent.
If anything, you could at least evacuate the ring first, but... Well, I don't even know if it's the whole ring. I think it's just this part. I don't know. It's weird here.
Uh, I would like to. Yeah, if I see people getting armed after I've given a quarterstaff to Arianna, I will stand on the I would love to use magnets to make the drill hurt Captain Rourke. Is there a way that I can position myself in this environment to do that? It's a big drill that they think's gonna go through this big wall. Presumably, that makes it ferrous. And I think that a big drill on a big wall would be a big way to hurt a mean lady.
It would be kind of difficult, but I mean, you might be able to finesse something. Like if you were like on top of one of the bookshelves or something.
Okay. Then I'll just keep that in mind.
How close is
can't-
everybody together?
If there's not a good way for me to get like a jump on her like that, then I'm not going to escalate it. I don't see any other opportunity. I saw the drill and was like, let's use the drill. But without the drill, I got nothing.
I have a shatter I can use.
Girl really wants to use the shatter.
Dude, it's so cool sounding.
I'm just...
Is there a way... Did any of the instructions or explanations of what the core looked like contain like its actual housing? Like, do we know on the other side of this wall, is it right there? Is it behind 2 feet of concrete, but then it's just like a fuse box? Or is there a huge chamber that houses this thing?
It seems like some kind of like fuse box, sort of, according to Ariana's notes.
Okay. So the proposed idea of doing a Star Wars and using some environment beyond this wall to our advantage seems non-viable based on what we understand the environment to be.
Right. Everything is rather enclosed, unfortunately.
Okay.
I have hold person and levitate too.
Just trying to get
Awesome.
information out of this.
I does I don't have any way to psychically communicate, so right now I'm Aquamarine is kind of just looking around the room at things and people. Does anyone who has any means of
If you make eye
secret
contact, Val will
talking?
establish a connection. You'll
Say
just
again?
if you make eye contact, Val will like you're looking for
Oh, sure. Just looking around and lock eyes with you. You'll just be like,
yeah,
just
Val
a
will be like
telekinetic, what's up?
yeah, essentially. What's going on?
Captain Rourke is willing to doom this entire commune. We can't abide that. We need to find a way to turn this to our advantage and quickly. Pass this around. See if anyone has any ideas.
Then yeah, Val will make a quick ping to everybody in range. That's part of our crew, including Captain Sarah. And Booker, since I was actually one of the few that saw him go into there.
Holding all the cards I need, so I don't really have anything that I can really add here. I mean,
Ramiel
another
would
job.
respond back with, they got what they wanted, not my problem. I say we leave.
I guess we can't hear. We won't hear a response or anything.
I think Zara to Ramiel in this current moment in time is probably noting a very broken down version of what her and Echo have been discussing, which is an exit plan. Um, for the people here, it wouldn't be very easy to do, but they do have a way to get off of this planet, but they never really intended to. So it would be very, very tricky, but it could be doable. And they've been working on having Starfinder basically maneuver everyone, get them to some sort of safety. But it has been an ongoing kind of situation given the amount of jackal presence that are here throughout the entirety of the city. Um, in addition to what these guys want, like with our vicinity being so close to what is not going well for what it sounds like on the inside, we might not want to be here if something goes off.
Booker will sort of peek out a little bit and whisper to Zara if she's right next to him, and he'll say, "How long do we need until everyone's safe?"
Ah, where did you come from?
Where did you come from?
Have you been in Ramiel's coat like the entire trip, like trying to convince the ship
As
and coming all the way here? This is the first time you're emerging.
no, this is only when we were at the ritual. Since the Voidborn showed up, he's been trying to hide as much as possible. I guess he could talk into the comms too.
I mean, that was that was prompted to you, Dungeon Master. I interrupted with a goof about being jump scared by Booker.
Do we need to distract her?
There's not a lot of distracting you can do when there's a ton of people in there actively moving. We can, if we try to delay time, it might just make them suspicious. But if we can get ourselves and the rest of these people to safety, we might have a chance to at least save the majority of the people here. Whatever is behind that wall, she's not going to stop until she gets it. Even if that means the cost of her own life. I choose to believe that she's not that dumb, but these people, the syndicate, they do what they do without any kind of concern for the others or themselves. Without it,
Where do
they don't have a purpose.
where do I need to go help people?
I think we should start mobilizing the people who are still in their homes. A lot of people have barricaded themselves in, I noticed, and there seems to be a few people that still don't know where to go. Got Starfinder currently on the ground in the inner city. She's looking to get as many people as she can to the docking area where they have some emergency ships that can take them out of here. They won't have anywhere to go, but as long as they're not here, they'll be safe.
Booker will then immediately, as stealthily as possible, try to slip out and then just start taking off in that direction.
Okay. Don't be shy, Ramiel. What are you gonna say?
What he's just kind of like his arms are going back and forth like why just we need to leave, period, end of story. Fuck the rest of these people. Let's get our people and go.
Are you saying this out loud?
Booker.
Yes, to Zara more so, and maybe Booker, like avoiding the other people in the room from hearing.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna be like, I mean, obviously, our people are the biggest priority right now, but we need to be thinking ahead. We cannot be the reason why a ton of people's lives are lost today.
We
I
are not
think
the reason.
I think as Booker is sort of running or like starting to run or whatever, he will kind of toss the words over his shoulder and just be like, "The faster we get these people out of here, the faster we leave."
a good way to look at it.
Fine. For the sake of getting out of here sooner, are you fine with the rest of them?
Are you asking if like
Zara asking Zara
Zara
with the
can
rest of the
take
group.
care of it?
Yeah.
Or it's fine with them doing what? Being in there, or like it can get them out?
Helping them getting out, yeah. Like, does she feel confident that, like, if Ramiel were to go and not necessarily help, but, like, make sure that things move along faster, if Zara feels confident that the rest of the group may not perish at this time?
I mean, given the way you guys act, sometimes I have no idea above board, but she chooses to believe yes. Y'all kind of just do your own thing.
I
So
believe in our captain.
you guys have listened to a lot
Right.
less for less. So your guys' lives,
Hey,
I don't know if that really is going to change anything.
He listened to her when she said hands in pockets. So we're following the listening streak for the sake of trying to get
Oh, half of you.
everyone off this place sooner, more so the group sooner. Ramiel will go help Booker. Hopefully no one needs healing. Love you guys. Good luck.
Oh
I didn't
boy.
even think about that.
No, it's fine.
Good
Val,
luck, guys.
You guys are fine.
Oh my
Val
god.
connects to Aaron. What's going on back there?
That's not reassuring at all.
Connects back to the captain. So the plan is get the fuck out?
We need to get the fuck out.
Val's gonna ping everybody in the room and let them know the current plans. Wow, sorry. Everybody in our group in the room, just so we're clear.
So important.
Which is to say, like, what are you communicating to Aquamarine? That
I'm
we are
communicating that
all going to run away?
that the current plan is to get out of here and get as many of the civilians to their escape ships as possible before we get out, because it doesn't seem, even with killing the captain, that they're going to stop, and it might end up with this place blowing up. So
But we've isolated the captain as best we possibly could, right? We're never going to have a better opportunity than now to resolve this in some way, shape, or form.
well, if the conversation was communicated to Val, I don't.
Uh-huh.
Val might not know this. It seems like Captain dying doesn't mean them stopping,
Sure, but
or Captain captured doesn't mean them stopping.
no one else is here and knows the deal.
It's fair. We take out everybody in this room somehow. We've bought time at least. That's me above board, though. That also means they'll all come down on our heads eventually, and probably fairly soon. But
Is there some way that I can, like, get the people situated so that, like, is their drilling causing the same damage that the flamethrower did to them?
Yes. And I'm
Okay.
gonna be having you
Is it
guys
is
make
it
another roll here soon.
is it otherwise more effective?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm trying to think, is there some way that I can, because I just don't have a very clear picture of the
Above
exact
board.
nature of the room. Is there some way that Aquamarine can situate things with the group so that there is a natural way for only the jackals to be incurring this harm without it seeming suspicious? Or
If you
no?
could find a way to try to get the rest of the individuals, like your guys themselves and or Rourke, depending on your wording of it or your choosing of it. Um, if you could find a way to have them move closer to the exit, there technically yes. Because about the exit of this room would be the confines of the damage that's happening to oneself.
Understood. I have an idea. Um, is there what's the easiest way for me to get a telepathic connection to someone who can cast the spell Shatter? Would eye contact work?
You connected, yeah. Eye contact with Val again because he's kind of the go-between inside right now.
Sure. Um, I can cause a ruse to cause a delay in the drill. If we can communicate that in that moment of distraction, while eyes are off, uh, some sort of magic could go toward the drill
Oh my
for
god.
some discreet and violent sabotage that might
Okay.
allow us to.
Another above board thing that Noct doesn't know because he hasn't played D&D much. He has access to Mage Hand and can cast it without verbal
Do
or
have access to
somatic.
Mage Hand.
He casts it without verbal or somatic
That's
components, and he
true.
can make it invisible. So he
Mm-hmm.
can make a
Cool.
hand with zero trace.
Right. It's actually just telekinesis.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah. But like is we understand that you have some magical capabilities. Do you think it is reasonable for me to be able to call upon them tactically in this moment, or do you think that the specific nature of your powers is something that you would like offer to do this from? Like, is there any way that we would know about a mage hand or a shatter?
I don't know. Did we discuss our
How,
level up? If we
how
discussed our
much?
level up, then yeah, I've definitely
I know we
showed
did
up.
a show and tell last time we leveled up, so
I was gonna
even
say,
if it
how
was
much
off
did
screen,
Noct
chances are. What's up?
brag to the pretty lady whose hand he wanted to hold repeatedly?
Yeah, I mean, I
Then
definitely
yeah,
said something about it.
I will try to do a ruse, to and when I do, and when they shut the drill off, treat it like shutting the drill off is a malfunction and blow it up. But before that, the dungeon master needs to make us all roll constitutions for it to blast us again. I
Yes.
think I remember hearing you say that a moment ago before the conversation. Is that right?
That is correct.
12.
I got a 10.
I got a
Oh,
21.
I rolled a nat 1. You rolled a nat 20. Hey, you said this was radiant, correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration.
Valid.
There we go. I like an 18 more.
All right. Those of you under a 16,
Oh.
you have failed. That will be 11 radiant damage.
Aquamarine is going to do some magic in response to this. She takes a wince and a flinch from this damage, and then drives the base of her weapon's staff into the ground, and the starlight swinging from the head of it washes over her, and the space around her, just the empty void of space, coalesces and collapses and surrounds her, and the nothingness, the void of heat, begins to cause frost to creep up and around her armor, and gather in the folds of her cape. And I will cast Armor of Agathis, giving myself 10 extra hit points because my Warlock spell slots are at 2nd level now.
Awesome.
Is there any chance I can get that information now before I get turned to ash?
Are you actively asking?
Yeah.
Not likely, no. At this time, Rourke is probably trying to do whatever she can to help get this door open faster.
Wait, use
I've
your
got
main hand to
something,
turn the drill
and
off.
I will make eye contact with just a quick scan, a flicker to everyone I've been psychically chatting and plotting with, to say, like, get ready to do the magic. Here comes a ruse. If you pull back on the drill for a moment, I've got some magic that might be able to blast through the door at a more effective rate with a less dangerous backblast. Who knows what latent energies are still stored up and waiting to scour across us.
What kind of idea you got?
I'll can I make an insight check to see if, like, this crew is sadistic enough that if I singed one of them with an Eldritch Blast to prove a point, it wouldn't immediately cause violence, or no?
Uh, I mean, that's a hard choice to make. Like, instinctively, they would like move to do something that, but unless Rourke explicitly would have said something, no, but she
Okay,
probably would say
then I
something.
will, in response to her query, I will flash Captain Rourke a sadistic grin, cock my head to the side, and then hold my palm out toward the ankle of one of her crew that's not paying attention to us. What a demonstration.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
And then I'll just aim over and shoot the drill instead of them and be like, blah, I'm like a frivolous mage. Blah, stop the drill so I can blast the wall. Not like, blah, I'm gonna blow up your drill. or is that also totally unviable? I want to be able to roll dice to bullshit these people and not piss them off, and I need to know exactly the threshold at which I can roll dice to bullshit, or it's just on site. How much can I fuck with them
I mean, like
to
you
like
could get
twist
her
things to our
to
advantage subtly?
stop using the drill momentarily.
Yeah, sure. That's enough.
But then, obviously, depending on what you choose here next would be how she would respond.
Yeah, okay, so while the drill is still spinning, I will struggle to find aim for a few moments with my opened palm, kind of squinting one eye and leaning over. And I blast one high up on the corner, not near where they're actually drilling to make an effective dent in the wall, but still demonstrating the power of my Eldritch Might. And go, I can't get a good shot with the drill there. Shut it off, will you?
I turn it off. Let's see what you can do.
The moment that switch gets flipped, I want to like just very rapidly, eagerly flail both of my tails out of Captain Rourke's sight and be like, now.
No.
That's not me. That's you. That's you,
I
Tin
I
Man.
I don't know what to do.
Cast
Powers
shadow.
activate. I don't know.
Okay, look at your spells.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember which one we're going with?
Mage hand.
Shatter.
Shatter.
Okay. Your shatter. It's got a
Uh-huh.
60-foot range, so you don't have to be real close. You can be at the back. As far as you want, as long as you can see it.
Uh-huh. How do I
And you're gonna
activate
want
it?
to.
Dungeon Master, as part of this ruse, can I have made sure that Captain Rourke is in the range of this explosion?
You click your spells.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we can say that.
Magnificent. Just as part of my little, oh, maybe I'm a weird little freak of a mage who likes to blast people to prove points or whatever. I just, yeah, let's walk in this direction as we pace around. We're all
There's a
freaks and
button for it.
pirates here.
Yeah. And you're gonna want to aim it to hopefully catch the drill and the captain and not the wall.
It's a
If you
10-foot
can.
radius. So I
Yes.
think it should be fine, right?
Oh, to be clear, Dungeon Master, I rolled a 14 on my con save to maintain concentration on Eagle Splendor.
Okay,
So
great.
I passed.
I was just about to ask.
I got you.
Very well.
I'm a practiced warlock. I didn't make it to level 3 without
just
knowing how to
lucky.
make concentration checks. I'm only level 3. I don't have a full grasp of the lingo, but I do know to roll the dice.
That's half the battle, to be honest.
How's do we know everything we need to do to cast Shatter?
I pressed the button for it.
Amazing. I guess the dungeon master needs to roll some saving throws.
Yeah.
And also if I need to roll dice for the distraction and if my narrative justification wasn't enough of one, let me know.
Val will also attempt to cover, hopefully, the somatic portions by hiding as much of
Yeah,
his brother behind him as
you're
he
just a
can.
big shadowy silhouette standing in a crowd.
Is
Anything
the
could be happening behind you or nothing.
what constitutes a construct?
Let me see. Shatter.
A construct?
Yeah, is that like a summon thing or is that like a golem?
Construct is a
It's usually
type
like
of
golems,
creature
yes.
that means like a robot or a golem or a homunculus.
So would the drill
You,
have
buddy.
disadvantage, or would it?
The drill as an object would automatically fail.
Okay. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell slot.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Which means you couldn't just be like, I shatter your necklace right under your chin, so you take
Gotcha.
double damage.
Gotcha.
But if everyone's
Think
standing
we-
around a big drill, fuck that
I
drill.
don't think they're moving the drill. It's a good
Alright,
thing you're
I'm
not any
kinda
closer, because I
looking.
do believe you also count as a construct, buddy.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
I?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You are constructed individual.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
A creature made of
I was
inorganic
quite
metal.
literally constructed.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't.
and I also expend 2 of my focus points.
You could, yes. It's the material component. I don't know if you saw what it was, but it is something you could have picked up. Not too terribly hard to get hold of.
I'll just expend the focus.
Okay. Fair enough.
Which means I have 1 left.
Let's say God usually isn't super like strict with the material components, so long as it's not something ridiculous, like super expensive diamonds or super hard to find materials.
Material components can be substituted with access to a spell focus. What kind of spell is this?
Yeah.
What class is this spell casting coming from?
2nd level?
It's an evocation.
What class? What is the character class?
Oh, this is from his psionic prowess. It's part of the monk.
Monk. Okay.
Sorry.
Then yeah. What is
Oh,
what is this?
components. VSM. I don't
Yes.
know what the fuck
Does your
that is.
monk ability mention anything about like if you're holding a monk weapon, you can use it as a focus for your spells or something?
I'm looking through it right now.
I was like,
It
I don't
just
think
says
Jordan's gonna know how to find it.
I have not played enough monks, so I have no clue.
It says at the bottom in red text, expend 2 focus points. You can cast this without material components.
Boom.
Other than that, I have no fucking clue.
Well, spend the points and
That
you
should be
don't
free.
have the material components. You're set.
Yeah, I pressed my 2 little token things.
Oh,
I used
great.
them.
Then we're set. No chip of mica needed.
What is it? Oh, like a literal mica, like the material mica, like
Yeah.
the stone.
Yeah.
That seems kind of funny because mica is really easy to shatter. That makes
That's
sense.
Yes.
that's the joke.
That's cute.
Every material component is a joke.
Yep.
To detect
like
thoughts, you need a copper piece, a penny
To-
for your thoughts. To cast dark
Oh.
vision, you need carrots to
To
see better in
levitate
the dark.
somebody, I need a metal spring. These fuckers, dude. Whole
So
person is a straight piece of iron.
how's the saving throws and the damage on this shatter?
That's what I need to know.
Damage was a 12.
Oh,
Ooh, what is the saving throw?
3d8 saving throw. Shatter, attack / save.
Constitution
Con
saving
12.
throw.
Should be con saves.
It's a con 12, yeah.
They take
Mm.
half as much if they succeed.
Mm-hmm.
How much health points does a drill have? Am I right, guys?
12 less
Okay.
now.
Do we have in the room with us? There are only 2 that passed.
Is the captain one of them?
I did not roll the captain yet.
Ah. So 4 failures among the 6
Correct.
crew.
I will now be rolling for the captain. Yeah, she saves.
That's fine. That's still 6 damage to all of them and 12 damage to the ones who failed plus the drill. Great stuff. That's like 24, 30, 36. That's 42 points of damage that you just dealt.
Yippee! Are any of them dead?
Well, I don't think so, friend.
I don't think so.
If the double dose of radiation doesn't have them staggering, I don't think the 12 is going to get them.
Does the 12 explode the drill and make the pieces fly and deal even more damage?
It does
Like,
explode
while
the
it's
drill.
exploding,
Hooray!
Let me go through it real fast and just do some.
At the very least, we've slowed them
maths.
down so that they'll fuck themselves up more. Great job, gang.
yeah. Now let's
Great
hope
job,
we hid
Psychic
the
Monk.
signs that it definitely came from our monk friend.
Look, it takes a keen mind to be a psychic. It's a
God.
great plan, and we're really glad to have you on the team.
I need to roll. Oops. Okay. Nope. Doing some rollies real fast. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3. Holy moly. All right. Okay, so quite a few of these gentlemen are still up. I don't think any of them are down. Oops. Math is hard. Okay. Mm. Yeah, that's not really important. Yeah, so some of the I would say 2 out of the 6 dudes don't look super great. Whether that be the whole of it's kind of a mixture of everything. So they're not feeling this. Some of them got hit harder by the um radiation than others, but this blast has absolutely is probably the 2 guys that were holding the drill effectively here in this moment. that the shatter took place, as they seem to have taken a lot of this damage. Rourke doesn't look nearly as bad as you probably would like her to be, but has also effectively
It's
taken
unfortunate.
damage.
Yeah, I blew something up.
Let's go.
I would say in this moment, Rourke's probably going through trying to figure out what had caused this. Not initially blaming y'all outright, but you can tell that in her face that she's not ruling it out. So like her first main focus is the wall itself. Is there something more here that we're just not understanding? Then there's a look at all of you before looking in Arianna's direction, for like an explanation, essentially. Like what is it about this thing that you're not telling?
I think a lot of us are starting to run low on gas around this time, Dungeon Master, at a very planning heavy, scheming portion. I worry we're starting to slow down.
I 100% agree with you. And with that being said, it is very acceptable for us to call it for tonight, and get our complete outcome next session, if that's good for everybody.
Yeah.
Do we
Oh,
level
yeah.
up?
Almost. Almost. Boy, are we close. I can taste it.
Dog, I have no idea what we're about to do. I'm just terrified.
Beth.
I,
It
the
can
plan
only
has
get
changed so many
crazier from
times so
here.
fast.
I know.
We can only do our best.
I think
And
you guys are
hopefully
doing absolutely
the crew
incredible for what you've
can
been
all get
given.
knocked out, and then we can dogpile her.
Yeah.
Listen, I
alright.
can only swing sword, so.
So you have to
That's all I'm
fight
here
with your
for.
mind. Fight with your heart.
Your
Swing that
heart's
sword
fire.
real hard.
Gotcha. I can do that part. I can swing the sword real hard. I got this.
There you go.
Val
Swing
is
it
just
hard with
basically
your heart.
Val is the private comms channel. That's his purpose right now, okay?
He's doing an excellent job.
It's a good thing
Everyone's
his
walking
head is
away from
mostly
this like,
empty.
that's the most Val's talked to me in weeks.
Yeah.
Val sounds tired. You don't know how a voice in your head can sound tired, but it sounds tired. If there was a meter
Oh.
for social battery, it'd be like beeping red right now, right at the little line.
Well, lovely stuff, O Dungeon Master. We're grateful as always for a game. Glad to be back in the swing of things.
Yeah, absolutely. We won't let one
I do it for next
postpone
week.
get us down. We have so much more stuff to do. And yeah, I will see you guys next week.
Yippee!
Next week.
See you
night.
Blow more
guys.
stuff up.
Blow more
Everything
stuff
Good
up.
night,
fine.
y'all.